Yeah, I feel good. Feel ready to get in there. I got here on Sunday. My bag just arrived today though.
Oh no,
But
did they lose it?
yeah, no, they found it. But one thing I learned early on in my career is all you need to pack is a mouth guard and your carry on, and you're good to go. So even though I didn't have my bag for the first few days, the show goes on. I've been in this game for a long time, so as long as I got my house mouth guard, good to go.
That's not a bad omen or anything, is it?
Now it was a new suitcase as well, so
Oh no.
Um, it's what it is. I can't really control anything like that, so I don't put energy into it. I just I've done all the hard work to get here, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I wouldn't call it a long break that you've had, but it's a break. Um, what have you been working on? What have you learned over the last near year where you haven't fought? I mean, what's been going on, Kai, since we last saw you in the octagon?
So yeah, I've been busy. I've been busy recovering from an injury. I've been doing a lot of things outside of fighting. I made a doco on a mainstream platform in New Zealand called
Wow.
Caged. So it was humanizing what we do, fighting in the UFC, and how I balance family life and being a husband, father. Um, having interviews with my team, Eugene, Izzy, Dan, my
Wow.
wife, my mum and dad. So breaking into a new audience that don't necessarily watch fighting, but
Were you
they
the
can.
subject of it, Kai, or were you
Yeah, it
like
was
a behind
yeah, it
the
was based on
scenes?
my story.
Oh
Yeah,
wow, that's awesome. That's incredible.
yeah. So it was pretty big budget that we had as well. So they got to travel with me to my last fight in Dallas, so they
Wow.
saw the lead up to fight week. They got to come with me to Tahiti. I did some seminars over there, and then to New York, following Izzy for fight week over
Wow.
there, and then going back to my hometown where my mum's from. So a lot of stuff we've got to film, and it was awesome to kind of bring people along the journey on how I got to the UFC and how I got to fight for a world title. And the great thing about it is just another chapter. I'm still in my career. I've still got a long career ahead of me, and
Yes.
a long fight career for the next few years. So now these new fans that are on board, they can follow the next journey, and that's a Saturday. So been busy doing that. I'm also a wrestling coach for a rugby team in New Zealand. So
No
I
way.
coach for a professional rugby team called the Warriors. So
Wow.
I've been doing their preseason and in season, helping them, helping what martial arts has taught me, that mindset of how to be stay in the fight, how you never lose hope of that fighting spirit, and something that I can transfer onto the rugby field for them. Also, the technique of wrestling, how to be efficient, how to be heavy on top, how to use all your weight. How I'm a flyweight, but I can make it feel like I'm a heavyweight. So little things like that. So outside of fighting, I've been busy, but I've pushed all that to the side, and my priority the last few months has just been getting me ready, and it's all come together perfectly. And yeah, I'm more than ready to get back in there.
Yeah, I love what you said about the DACA because I think a lot of times fans that they'll watch you fight for 15 minutes or 25 minutes in the octagon, and that's really all they see, but they don't see all the work and the sacrifices and all you guys have to put into this sport. So I think that's really awesome. Um, what talk to me about the decision to fight somebody who is lower ranked than you? You saw a lot of times you see top five ranked fighters who will say, "I'm not going to fight anyone that's ranked lower because it doesn't help me get another title shot." How about that decision to fight the seven ranked guy? Kai?
I'm just here to fight. When I told the UFC, when I saw Mick in Perth, in Australia earlier this year, I just said, let's get something booked. I just want to get back in there. So we had a few names, and I wasn't one to pick. I just said whoever's the next guy is the next challenge. So Amir came up, and yeah, it was done. So I like when these contenders have momentum. They're coming in with fight, coming in on a win streak, because I can take all of that and I can get my title run back on track. So that's um, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing his best. I welcome that challenge, and I'm here to fight the best guys. I'm not, I'm number three in the world. I've got to fight for my spot, and the way to do that is to fight these contenders. So, yeah, it's not something that I pick and choose. I've never really done that in my career, and you're just here to fight the best guys. When you're in the UFC, that's what it's about. It's about testing yourself, and having Alex, my teammate, go out there in Perth in February and test himself against um, Islam, who's a heavier fighter, and lay it on the line. That's what we're here to do. My teammate Izzy, coming back from 3 losses to one guy and still being able to get it back, just goes to show that our system works at our gym.
Are you
So that's
inspired by those guys? Because both of those guys have obviously done, and Dan Hooker obviously incredible as well. But specifically Izzy and Alex have done amazing things in this sport. Are they inspiring to you, Kai?
Oh, definitely. Seeing what these guys have done and knowing that we come from the same system, the same gym, we have the same coach, the same 24 hours in the day. So it just reminds me that I'm where I'm supposed to be. And my Moreno fight reminded me that I'm right there with the best guys in the world. I was winning until I wasn't, and it just goes to show that I'm right there. So I've had a bit of time to kind of refocus as well as regroup and build a plan to how I get back there. And Saturday night I get to go show. Like, that's what I love about the sport is it's more eyes on me being a headline, more attention, which means more people can tune in, and that's what I plan on doing.
What do you hope to accomplish? Obviously, you want that title. I'm sure you'd like another crack at Brandon to make things right. We know he's got a fight. What's the hope, and where does a win set you up? What's the path going forward after Saturday?
I'm just going to go out there and make a statement, show Amir that there's levels to this, and then from there, I'm just here to fight the best guys. I'm not really one to pick who's next, and I'm not one to look over my opponent. So I'm just focused on Amir, focused on Saturday, and focused on putting on my best performance. I don't really put external pressure on myself. I just put pressure to do my best, and that's what I plan on doing.